Kotoko management ne tanker team no Asia was after series of what they describe as poor performances no. Na eso mo transi na yonto tuye. Enema 9 and I'm so too me story from a grapevine source. So too a grapevine source this is you know and something that happened. Enema 9 no so too back the way forward of the club. Two, but you know, how I said both tanker team players no, as well as the medical team no, everyone also maybe. So to third one no, and somehow my catch the Kotoko players now, almost that injury list no, and so management no communication economy so no. And the last one no, so to the recruitment into the second round no, so to no so much can want them. Na say that here, because almost Kotana say any management no tanker team the Kasai. Who said resource na eba no enye resource ahotoso e dey come be fast on be lift or mo hono it was considered tanker team no ema almost side of the story ema both perifono agitu mu say akwan be fast on be page team no it one ade on be fast on be ni so to o ma catch the medical team no as now Kotoko about 13 players are on the sick bed 13 of their first team players and I'm so too or more injured. I want to me and participate in games of mobile. The tanker to me free say Ekobasa since the team be our first choice no. You are forced to play a player be a you know. For example, so the last game was Kotoko boy, you know, against Mediama. About 4 players from Omu team B. 4 players.
Ombobi.
Back with Bobby. But train no train 4 in our bench and about Bobby. So most of the time team coach be our entry full squad now. Or the player bit number not because was but at a particular time be playing with my player with the amano. But when it is that say who the player but not only confident in that player no. And so the count nation and it becomes a problem. So you want to say your players on the bench, you know. So be or shoe or must be as good as Omo.
No one register.
No, to send your player stages, your levels. Until you register players, you know the same level.
But any player register means he's ready for the season.
So I don't know. But then your first 11.
You see, okay, what the time?
Then your first 11. Your first choice.
On the BBI economy.
Yeah.
Now football move from first 11. Two because injuries no
to 18 players.
We are then 18 players, but at least 15, 16 be almost there because there are injuries, babo.
Yeah.
Now you cannot guarantee how quite some competitions then also will be bread along the line.
Yeah.
In the middle of the season will be back. And the coach there at no point now bet me come reason say injuries in Dinamina deal. It's almost be there my JT.
I never sound so fair to the coach and so. But
you see, in the course of the season,
but when it become too rampant, it affects the coach's performance too. For example, so too, Kotoko Nei players I think already 28 or so, 28 you know. I'm more the count on Oko and a shot about 27, 13 on the sick list, 27 or 13 sick list. I can't say. We mathematics now a drop more. Who go into a game, you are forced to play. Who's a register young players need for the future? For players are making. These are players. One register almost there. Immediately on the ball.
Who register on the assemble member?
Assemble.
Abba.
It's a but you need to assemble, sir. It affects team performance, Kakra.
So that is where, as a coach, you show how good you are.
That is why that's why you manage some ways. Or will not draw in some difficult games because all come somebody is not going to draw. So first team quite ready to make a draw. Or because
moving on, no. Coaches should know say injuries have become part of the game.
Of course, they know.
And to all register players for a season, factoring maybe many a problem of
fantastic too.
Na ma wa me gina so ameka se nti ne emomode.
Fantastic too. And the one some think team because we no. E call the team medicine also. say they think as almost up home game because end me must say Mr. Players no epra any omu recovery rate e be ka sim radio yes watch say Kotoko tanker team no more agitati why Kotoko players pra how omu che anso no motimi aba for example said Kojo nanko wa pick the form na Mr. ya hu game bi okopra kese bi you want say off say train no nya that no cause say yo after that Mr. 3 weeks yanti said Kojo nka as against name and normal winner no so to yen say hu game bi no nwoma se training grounds mu prior these are supposed to be minor injuries but yet they go and they don't come back
yes and them so
to
an area we don't know intimate
that's why we can say you know omo no makasa no makasa so to in Europe I think ABC da wo ABC see my class people omo question that tell you medics no
I mean who be that
oh I think omo hwe no omo kan asem you know I think Kotoko management no omo no makasa say adie bi no be hia na betimi SPD players no recovery so moboa ma no eba eti no so omozo nyom advice o because to the ekosu biemu no has to do with players who are injured and need to players omopra the management no want all the players to report at the training grounds on by assessment be the assessment on be no on by players no wow injury no entimi fa wo second run no they will take your name off no more is obi ashem say be on benya a squad to at any point in time they can fall on them to play
to be answer
that's what they want to do
because
almost Claudimo second Johnson was that Johnson boy no he's a Kotoko player but he was not registered every audio no ultimate play part in the second round
when the ACL already 8 months
it's a side that said yeah and adena yen you off na register be ho to play the second round no you know at the end of the season you okay you come back to the team. So they've requested that all those players must report to the Kotoko training ground.
I say you only need a report from the medical team.
They want to see
report to now. No more any will be up.
Like we said, the medical team will be there. The medical team will be there.
Yeah.
Now we're near my Fico. So to assistant now Kotoko players and Nanka coach is the person Kotoko register here. No more here 2 strikers, 1 defensive midfielder, then a winger. But because of this exercise now. They will have to wait and see somebody
okay.
So the Nanka coaches in the Copar, a defensive midfielder, because in the Kotoko it looks like Akoya Dabon Kwan, even though Tino do but the toss Tino do on wait ye.
On your chance.
Oh, on your chance, we don't know your packet is no. I think he needs to maybe one match, it would be advantage so much. But I think on one answer no, Impedano. Then 2 strikers, equal that. And they will need another one. I will count on the 2 become Kwampuku and a winger. No, so about the count. We are not a coach Deco. And I will that is because of Mammy, you can cross us.
For 1 minute, resource tonight.
I mean, for 1 minute, resource. I mean, House of Folk, NCC chairman, you see, for
the pray the coach has never come on.
We're coming to committee on here. Where report was from a grapevine source. We make our coach as a man. We can't what's
in us more.
The meeting of the meeting as in your coach. Now, what answers are
there been issues with Bloom?
Oh, okay.
Diana, yes, I can have a lot of issues. How can you say a player was a Brad be physically present today?
And your management
and then by a TA. Your doctor have only your medical condition. So if you ask any doctor or a regular conwa, on can say Bramami who anymore. Over found crata, no can say the last time I say I or the bahani. My anything is a papers out.
Depending to the coach Mansa.
Come physically.
For you know, no
one very normally my near
the decision will be taken.
The Ubia when you knock. Would you know how they would say with the knock?
A decision will be taken. Thank you, team. Any medical team player
okay.
Because of so you say
I didn't did some
the Jojo I have to folk sika omunyan to amare ni heading na House of Folk NCC chairman I say assembly NCC chairman afa o ka say o say the NCC chairman Yusuf Abubakar believes the board chairman executive board chairman is only taking careful step to ensure the club does not face any future sanctions, which explains the delay in selling the Zito. That's why situation Masukakra. A cananya badada. Yanya boka. Yadi decision about out. And I say club no. Tia. Utia we are oko. Sign your money NCBM. This has got nothing to do with FIFA. But just what I say, it got nothing to do with FIFA. I know they are no, and I'll back to team.
You have so called the bottom of the matter. Then assign my way back.
Said
they were all good to but.
It may free say, yeah, no, it is
as a bit you are good to an age.
You are not team non short team no move. They realize the over Sato Nemo team one. What's it? Jack,
okay, so I know there was 2 separate meetings at Kotoko Secretariat.
A different from Zaza.
What did I mean?
Zaza as a back also separate.
There was a meeting. There was a meeting.
So there was 2 separate meetings at Secretariat. The first one was between IMC and the technical team. Second one was between the IMC and the supporters leadership, which you're doing something in terms of what happened. But I want to believe that with the technical team there now, we say now the current recent results, you know, because on their last 5 or so games, you know, they've won 1 pair. Their last 5 games, they've won 1. That was against Young Apostles, and lost 1. So and yet a results that Kotoko are excited about it. It's the normal mandatory Monday meeting between the IMC and the technical team. We say when any special meeting, every Monday, biano after games they meet to evaluate and review. Nama coach tells them inside of the store, no so if they have input, no so area. So now one thing I be clear and say the thing say injury, no, because last game boy, even up to 15 senior players to be in the on the list. Just that can in prepare. Which the thing say I bear one key area, one key factor. Now my problem is now certain to the north bench. No on the bench. Okay. Because I want to ask for example, when my last game I'm told say first half I don't had issues and so free game anymore. So there's somebody Samba once again come and play as a defensive midfielder and Hamzata to go and partner Zakaria Ewechirono. It's I beg so clear say they have issues. Now in midfield, now they are limited in terms of the attacking area because they are carrying a paper. Now Beka Jau and Babaya and he was also suspended for one game now against Mediama. No, so team no. So I beg clear say there are issues with injuries. Any one of them know now Karim Poku is back, those who they are not pulling. You see, clearly injuries now a hard which they need to solve it and get the team on track once again. It's I'm sure say coach because based on what I hear they say he also emphasized on injuries, you know, being one thing that a hard but who can we say football there. Oh yeah, show team fashion team say injuries will come in at any time. To have
and any registered player could be called upon to play.
That is why it's a register. Yeah, your players are winning at the same level. But the person now on the bench, you know, you should make sure say what prepare no say at least Babano he should be able to play and give you the result that you want. Because just say any team can get in the first level bench they are not the same. But he should be good enough say and we are there. He steps in and gets you the results. So let's see what will happen from Omugila against Hong United. But clearly, there are issues that the things here. Say Kotoko 5 games, no, we need just 1 hour. So to how do you pay? Yeah. Also we need just 1 in the last 5. Say similar. Starts with Kotoko Diabia, which they think say a good one that no person. So let's get a meeting. And we are Kotoko IMC so IMC needs to put us in the share. The first thing was about the swearing in of the supporters chairman. No, a friend is chairman Solo. We want to say more a man. He has never been sworn in yet, even though he's working, but not sworn in yet as the chairman. You know, they discuss it. Now the IMC told them say because of match and about boss so ne midi kini akonto no na time ni ho and if now they are going to have some period of time there Kotoko IMC no ajetum say on the 13th of December that is Uncle Boho Bar. The next home game against Dreams FC. They will swear some solo on the 13th, which is Saturday. And the channel Kotoko Dreams FC in Okumase. So yesterday in that meeting, what they agreed is they will swear some solo in on the 13th. I'm say oh so called my side on them so board any demand fee a popular it made in because what meaning say what say about that is omuka about
I saw the only source
now they had another discussion on Fabu sensors so too say it's not pulling I say agent Fako I stagnant, it's not moving. And they think say by now there should have been improvement in terms of Fabu sensors, I say economy. So what they agreed is now one, I must say they want to use the Fabu sensors to do a project at Aragodache. So that Anya Bian they know say supporters the money say among say BB air coso physical. So when they see say this project air Fabu sensors car maybe a moment for I come home and the Abichase Cano on Fabu Sensor. So what they are doing that in the next 2 weeks, you know, there will be a project that they will name. Say we are doing this at Aragodache with Fabu Sensors.
Apart from the usual monthly payment.
No, like some monthly payments now they don't use it. We said the supporters
as a pull factor.
Yes, pull factor. Omuko project no na am ko for ko we so do on trebi but what say you decided project e wa da chia he will come on board.
Okay,
so now that is the first thing that they are going to do with the Fabu sensors. 2 deduction no almost say now program na ko say e bia wo dey 21st of December not 21st do no miss cows phones wa eno ano no entibium skabata so on the 22nd boy ente. Yes, currently that is how the system is. And so also they are no air and then they say in the 2nd December
and the 2nd
December so scan new phone no so na yantia 10 no after no anu dem free yanti bi
any am for do
so say most people cleverly omu dey so scan ni so
oh na say they will just your friend say oh you went free so never say you deactivate. Once you have agreed say until there
yes
any date at all ask baby also it
yeah it's now
I said the wabo sian
yes it's now what they are agree say money ayi for no the cover for the say they should now
change the system
be ya at any time be ya no skabet for phones be ya o metimi ate enti say wabo bosian no quick for no time be ya baby ya ne o mate so they want them to migrate Fabu sensors etiano so I think say to match and one meeting na ya
okay
these 2 areas we discuss until Fabu sensors don be normal improve and be ya ebetimi content so these are areas that happening ya na interesting
so we are not we need issues nti